Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Friday, December the 6th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you may have for me, you can use this email address. This is a link to get into the free room, 100% free. You don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free room. The room is open between 9 and 3 p.m., 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. every day, well, Monday to Friday. And in the email you're getting, you will see a promo code for 15% off either the first month only or the entire year of a Trade Ideas subscription. So a little bit different one today. I want to show you how you can, hopefully I'm not going to lose. I might have to cycle these in and out because I have to show the chart also. Let's see if I can do this, shrink this down a little bit. Okay. So what I decided to do today is to auto trade my watch list on the entries only. Okay, auto trade the watch list on the entries only. I'm going to show you how I was able to do that. Now I did take some of these trades on my own. You know, this is a simulator trader right here. Okay. But I want to show you how you can do it. So the first thing I did was, there's my watch list, okay? And in the strategies, you'll notice I've got Barry's watch list up. Barry, this if I expanded this is what it would say. So how I got this in here in the first place is I right-clicked, load from cloud, and of course there it is. All right, so I loaded it. If I highlighted it, it would load. I'm not going to do it. And that's how it got in there in the first place, okay? Then what I did is I said, okay, what rules am I going to apply to the symbols that show up? So I right-click and I edit the trading strategy. So there it is. It's already got the name, and I know it's a long, all right? Because they're making new highs. I know it's a long, but if somehow it's at short, okay. Then the entry time, you know, I don't take any trades before right when the market opens. So delayed 9:35. I don't really have an exit time. But then the order details, I said, okay, I'm going to risk $100 per trade, and the position sizing will be based on the stop loss that is generated by the system. And it's going to be a limit order. But let's just say, for argument's sake, and I could show you the EZPW, for instance. Let me back. I hope I can do this. Yes. Well, I'll show you. I'll show you in a minute, because you'll see the EZPW was triggered at 597, but you'll see when I go to the positions tab later that the trade was actually taken at 603. The system could not get the trade right at 597 because it was moving. So this is why this is important, the offset. So you can do, now I can't tell you what to put as an offset. I decided to put 10 cents and minus 10 cents, which means I would take a trade, and it wasn't just, you know, specifically for EZPW, but you know, I would have taken that trade if it got even to 607, you know, really quickly. Okay, 10 cents outside that 597. That's what that means right there, the limit offset. And so you can make that very tight. You know, you want to make it 2 cents, minus 2 cents. You can do it, but you may not get as many fills, you know, because you're trying to make it tight. So the stock it'll work, I suppose, in a stock that's not moving that quickly. But you know, at the beginning of the day, stocks have moved fairly quickly. And again, I'm not telling you how, like, what you should use. I decided to put 10 cents in because I wanted to kind of make sure I got filled on all of them. Okay, and I figured it doesn't mean I'm going to get filled 10 cents out. But, you know, I was prepared to get filled out 10 cents out. I just wanted to see how this would work today. This is the first day I've done it. Then risk management. I set the stop loss, and you have some options here. I used filter, and then I went down in the formula, and I found the smart stop. Again, the smart stop is generated by the system. Okay. Just got to find it right there, smart stop. And why I do that is because you'll see that when, and I didn't do anything else. I didn't put a target on it, and I didn't put no trailing stops, and I'll show you why I do that. But you'll see that when you put a stop loss in, then when you take the trade, you'll see a line right on the, you'll see the stop loss right on the chart, the line, and that you can move up and down. And then hold time, I should have changed that. I really have none, okay? And I'll manage that on my own. Again, you can do that. You can put a hold time. I'm just really showing you how you can create your own trading strategy. And once I did that, I said, okay. And so this is now, I wonder why that said that. I guess I must not have said okay. So I'll say okay now. Anyway, so now this is the strategy, and I set it on enable, strategy enabled. Okay. So I did it, and you have to do this every morning. Okay. You do it every morning. It's not going to remember that you enabled it for good reason. You may forget you've enabled a strategy and you don't want to trade today or something like that. You don't like the strategy anymore. So we force you to make the decision every day. And you should. I mean, if you're going to be a trader, you should, have a plan in mind for every day. So if you want to trade something, then, we're going to make you enable it. So that's what I did. So I enabled the strategy, and this is where, so I got Domo, MTNB, and this is what happened today. Okay. Now, because I was a little bit distracted, the Domo, for instance, went long. I would never have the entry price. I can't remember what that was not the exit price. I think this is something that I did another trade. But what happened is Domo popped up and it came right back down and I got stopped out, okay? And so I never would have taken that big a loss. That's what I'm saying, is that on the chart, let me see if it's still on the chart. Yeah, so it disappears once it's over. So the stop would have been maybe down here, and all I would have done is just moved it up. Okay, I would have moved the stop up. As it was moving down, I would have moved the stop up, or I would have flattened my position. Okay, if you've been around me enough, you know that if I get into a trade and it starts working against me, and in a pretty big way, I'll just flatten, I'll get out. So anyway, that's why that's a bigger loss than I normally would have taken. The MTNB, so here's a good example. That's not a good example. Sorry, this was not January. This was an arbitrary trade that I took, so the stop doesn't appear. Unfortunately, I'm not in any trades right now, so I could show you that the stop price would be right on the chart. Let me just do one, and not from here. I'm just going to take. I'm going to take 5,000 shares at the market. See how the stop? I just took $5,000 worth of big at the market, and you see the stop was placed. Okay, now you don't have to put the stop there. This is what I was saying. You can adjust the stop wherever you want, but at least it gets automatically set. And I can see what it did, sort of the low right there. But at this point, I could say, no, you know what? That's too far away. I'm going to put the stop there. So that's how easy it is to move things around. So for instance, let's just say the trade starts working. All you have to do is just start moving the stop up and up and up and up. Kind of like a trailing stop, but you're doing it right on the chart. Okay? So anyway, that is what I did today, and it was actually kind of fun. I mean, I'm a proponent. I always said I would never auto trade, but I guess I'm half auto. I'm going to tempt it to half auto trade, but only on the entries. I will always manage the exits on my own because I definitely want to keep track of what's happening. I'm not going to just let the system run everything for me. And in fact, we recommend that. It's man and machine. You can let the machine trade the entries, or take the entries on an auto trade, but I would manage the exits on your own. And especially, you didn't. I was in a few trades at the same time, but it seemed to be fairly easy. You've got your closed, you've got your open P&L right there, so you can kind of check to see what's happening. And, I found it very, very easy, actually. Just, okay, on the chart, I could do it. Or if I wanted to get out of the trade or half the trade, I would just click on half. So it was very easy. I was very comfortable using this, with only this, even with this number of trades. So I thought I would show you that. And, it's kind of fun. I have to admit, it's kind of fun. And this is available in paper trading. Now, the one click like this, how you set up, just like I set up You know, the one-click trading is exactly the same. You know, to set up one of these, I loaded it from the cloud because I already had a sort of a, you know, the backbone of a strategy already. But I could always just click on new trading strategy and create it from scratch. You know, give it a name, long, short, and go through again all these tabs, fill in as much information as I want, say okay, and then when I do that, this would appear over here. Okay, it would appear right there. So it, you know, there's something to be said for you don't have to even auto trade the entries because this is really quick. This would be one click. This would be one-click trading. So I could have this, and I could have just clicked on this almost immediately. You know, I get the alert. I like what I see on the chart, and I immediately go here and I do it. Okay. So maybe I'm out a couple of pennies, but it you know, none of these things are I'm not looking just for a couple of pennies profit either. So that is available in our standard package. Okay, Brokerage Plus like this is available in the standard package with one-click trading. If you did want to load your strategy from the cloud and auto trade it, then you would need our premium service. Okay, and then to take it one step further, you know, if you wanted to auto trade the AI entries, and listen, I'd be concentrating on Holly Neal. You know, if I were going to do that, you know, look at Holly Neal. There's a big EasyPW, PDCO, which I was in also, and you know, these are the ones that are the most dynamic of the three Hollies. And so you could choose to say, okay, I only want to auto trade Holly Neal, as an example, and then you could manage the exits on your own. If you wanted to do that, it will cost $1,100 minus any promo, like the 15%, in order to auto trade the AI, okay? But if you don't care about auto trading the AI, you could still do the same thing. You know, you get the alert, and you can choose to set up ahead of time your buying and shorting parameters right from the AI, okay? You need our premium service to have the AI, but you don't have to pay $1,100 unless you want to auto trade anything. So I hope that makes sense, you know, and you know, come into the room. I mean, come into the room. I love to demonstrate this all day long. It's pretty cool stuff. And that is about it. I want to get back into the room to see if there's anything shaking for the balance of today. Just give me a second here as I arrange things on my monitor that I share to the room. Okay, so I'm going to close this down. And if you have any questions for me, you can use this email address. Again, a link for our free room. And I hope everybody has a great evening. Forgot it's Friday. I hope everybody has a great weekend. And I'll be opening the room Monday morning at 9 o'clock Eastern. So I hope to see you there. Bye-bye.